Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you a special match. Now, I know that we kind of finished up BSL, but this is the third place match. This is just a best of 5 to determine that third place in a small prize difference. But it should be a really good one. In the top left here, we have ZhanHun in his first BSL, and then in the bottom right, of course, Sziky, someone who's played plenty of BSLs. And honestly, I really liked seeing your guys' predictions in the comments previously for who was going to end up winning. And I'd like to hear here, right? Because ZhanHun, I feel like, has had some... I feel like, actually, I've been hyping him a bit because I think he played a really interesting series or two so far in this tournament. But at the same time, I feel like Sziky was about one strategic difference away from taking down Mihu in that last round. So I'm personally going with Sziky for taking this one, but I think it's going to be a solid series, like probably 5 games. But yeah, give me your predictions down in those comments. I do appreciate, guys. And of course, thank you for watching. A big cheers to Zero for putting on this BSL. It's really been a fantastic one this season. I've really enjoyed going over these replays. It's so much fun, in my opinion, to have the Chinese players playing. I did see some people mentioning that, you know, maybe the Chinese players shouldn't play because they're too strong. I would definitely disagree with that. I actually, like, we see them doing very well, and Mihu is certainly very, very strong. But I do think that the other top non-Korean players are of the same level. Like, for instance, like I mentioned, I think Sziky was very, very close to being able to take down Mihu, and, you know, there's several non-Korean players that I think are of the same level as these guys. Anyways, yeah, let's get into it. We're on good night, cross spawns. It is a pool first build here from Sziky. ZhanHun with the gateway opener. Probe going to get down and tell him exactly the timing of these Zerglings, so shouldn't be any sort of issue holding on. Checks, sees that hatchery. Going to go up the ramp into the main. Sees the 6lings. And yeah, I mean, I think he's going to be completely fine. Obviously, a second Zealot being made, the Zealot being kept at home. Oh yeah, you don't want to be losing this probe. Does keep that alive, jukes it to the side there. Well, the Ling's going across. I mean, I guess this just comes down a little bit too micro. Normally, the way I've seen people deal with this is to keep one Zealot kind of down here, and then another Zealot probe up near the ramp to kind of block any run-bys. Because, like, 5 Lings, which is what we're dealing with here, is not actually very scary. But if it gets in your main base, like, it can be annoying. And you see, yeah, Sziky is going for that main base. And ZhanHun, without the block that I was talking about, does not prevent these Lings from getting in. So looks like he will pull those probes back. We'll see how much damage Sziky can actually get. He does have a third hatchery on the way. Natural almost done. Gas being gotten. ZhanHun, oh, still no hull damage on that probe, so very, very nice. And yeah, I believe still we have no kills as far as Zerglings go, so that's good for ZhanHun. Do not want to be losing any probes at this point. Oh, I think he just missed a Zealot shot, actually. Forge is coming up, has a Zealot out front as well. Those slow Lings are still so much faster than the Zealots. But it feels like, yeah, ZhanHun's going to start getting a few hits here at least. Still very, very annoying to deal with. You know, if somehow he saws them alive when the Zergling speed finishes, man, you're never going to kill those things. You have to flank them with scouts or something. Cybernetic core coming up. ZhanHun's Nexus finishes as well. We don't see a probe transfer. Okay, there we go. A couple probes at least. Not that many. Meanwhile, we have the probes still out there, still alive, very importantly. Lair is coming for Sziky. He also has a few Lings left at home, so he can catch that probe if it tries to dart towards the main base. It's actually interesting to watch the almost lack of probe transfer. Like, he sent 2, and then I guess he sent a few more. I wasn't watching that point, but yeah, it's not as many as I thought we'd see sent down there. Now the Lings still alive, man. 4 of them for a very, very long time, and speed is about to finish. So this is where Sziky can actually start getting some real damage. Oh my god, 3 probes? Are you kidding me? That's insane. And now we actually have Zergling speed done. So this is where the damage can actually begin. Stargate is coming up. Like, that bit of scouting, it's nice for Sziky, but it's what you expect anyways. Oh, going after another probe here. Oh, nice probe drill there from ZhanHun. So he kills off 2 of the lings. That makes this much, much less dangerous. By the way, we do have 3 Zealots going for a counterattack here to that 3rd base location. Some Speedlings coming up to help clean it up. A lot more Speedlings being hatched here as well. Only 1 Ling remains. Okay, does kill it off without losing anything else. And of course, enough Lings will come in that ZhanHun should end up losing these Zealots. And yeah, down they all end up going. Sziky, in the meantime, does have his Spire on the way. We don't know yet if it's actually going to be Mutalisks or not. Sometimes you just get the Scourge with it, but I kind of have a feeling that we're going to see some Mutas at least. We don't see any Hydralisk Den quite yet. That'll probably come up pretty soon, as well as an Evolution Chamber. Nice surrounding here. Getting some good damage on that 1 Zealot. And in fact, might be able to pick off a second one. Yeah, gets it and pulls back with 4 Lings, 3 of which are a hit from death. 4 more Lings coming out. You got to really be careful about these Lings actually engaging those Zealots now. You want to hit first with the healthy Lings. That's exactly what he does here. ZhanHun trying to run by. Oh my god, so many damaged Zerglings. But look at Sziky just kind of clean this up, man. 5 left over. Loses 3 Zerglings? When everything was that hurt against 2 Zealots? Kind of crazy. Nice management there from Sziky. Now, the Corsair did just kill an Overlord because we saw the supply go red there momentarily. Citadel is on the way with the legs. Another gateway. +1 still being researched. And there are mutas being made. Okay, so was kind of expecting that. ZhanHun pulling back now. Scourge, of course, trying to chase him down. Should not be able to catch this time. Yeah, fly that right over the cannons. We'll see if he gets those defensive cannons. Okay, there's 1 defensive cannon, but actually it's far enough away from the Stargate that you could, with Muta Scourge, camp the exit, right? Like, Corsairs will always pop out right there, so if you just leave 2 Scourge there, it dies instantly when it pops out. I will see if Sziky goes for a move like that or not. Normally what you'll do is you'll have a cannon that actually kind of covers the Stargate, right? A more central position either for the Stargate or for the cannon or whatever. This is kind of a funny looking cannon position, but I think it's okay other than that 1 tactic I was talking about. Now, Muta's coming up with these Scourge, going after the Zealots. Okay, they do pull back. Not too much damage taken, just mostly shields. Cannon is on the way, but it's very, very late. So Sziky actually has decent potential here for a bit of damage. Killing a few probes already. Corsairs trying to stay back out of that Scourge range. Another pick-off. Very nice micro so far from Sziky. Back at home, Hydralisk speed is incoming. +1 attack for Hydras as well. And just to mention, the +1 air was a little bit slow this game as well. It seems like ZhanHun did not think that we were actually going to have any Mutals out this game, if I had to guess. Now, oh my god, this sunk in. Very hard to get back there, but eventually the Zealots do, and they will be able to pick this off pretty quickly then. But the Mutas are here. So he kills off that, as well as a couple drones. Okay, that's pretty solid, but I mean, losing this, like, 6 Zealots just for that, is that actually worth it? I don't think so. But a nice cleanup there from Sziky. One thing to mention, ZhanHun, once again, just very good on that worker production, right? 51 workers here already. Looking strong economically. But a lot of this matchup does come down to taking that 3rd gas base. Are we going to see him take the 3rd gas right away, or will he take the mineral base into a gas base, which is a very common move as well? A little bit hard to say. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've actually seen ZhanHun play this matchup yet, so kind of excited to see what he pulls out in it. Now, quite a few Hydras being fielded. Overlord's speed just got started. Hydralisk range on the way, as well as still that +1 attack. Right now, we are on 6 Hatch Hydra. So that is some heavy macro coming out of Sziky. Only on 36 drones right now. The Mutas Still just kind of flying around. I mean, I don't think there's much left to do with them since we have 7 Corsairs out. You know, and +1 is going to be finishing shortly. Those would just wreck the mutas, but the mutas can still have some value. Like, look how far out he's putting them right now. If you see the Corsairs appear across the map, you can just kind of dive in and go after probes once again, and then use the Scourge to intercept any Corsairs that are coming back. So I think that might be the move that he's waiting for, right? Muta's just sitting here. The Scourge, though, pretty far back. Okay, here we go. He is going after this, and here come the Corsairs, which you're always expecting to turn around. A few Zealots going up towards a third. These can't do anything, not anywhere near enough. Now, the Mutas just pull back, and here go the Scourge. They're looking for those Corsairs, but they weren't quite on a direct impact route there with the Corsairs, so they aren't going to be able to really do too much. Lurker upgrade coming here for Sziky. Robo coming up. Ah, yes. And as well as Dragoon range. Very cool to see. 8 gates are out. A good, healthy 6 High Templars already. And very, very, very Zealot-heavy play here from ZhanHun. Which, yeah, I mean, this seems pretty standard overall what ZhanHun is basically going about doing, like lots of Zealots, lots of High Templars. Although I do have to say, I became a very big fan of the way that Rain was playing this matchup, where he'd go a little bit lighter on Templar Zealot and a little bit heavier on Dragoons a little bit earlier. So it'll be interesting to see how this does compare to that, because it's so fresh in my mind the way that Rain was playing in ASL in Protoss vs. Zerg. Now the Muta's ready to maybe try to snipe something. If they can run in and kill any High Templars, that'd be really, really useful for them. They don't have a lot of value other than that right now. Quite a few Lurkers being made by Sziky. Seems like he's going to turtle up pretty heavily. Now, ZhanHun tries to just instantly take a third gas, and it gets canceled very, very quickly. But, you know, as these Mutas come up, obviously, I mean, as the Corsairs come up, the Mutas, they just have to run away. But yeah, this kind of tells us what I was wondering about before. Would he be taking this third, or would he be going here? So he takes this base, and it's pretty defendable once you have it, because it is up such a small ramp and pretty deep into your territory. Let's see what Sziky has planned. Is he going to go for a massive attack or a massive contain? Because it's certainly, he's moving across the map. It's a lot of Hydra Lurker. I do think containment plays can be strong. But this army looks pretty scary to run up and try to contain. He does have 1/1 upgrades. Just +1 range here for the Zerg army. Goes ahead, burrows a single Lurker, but an Observer's there, so no problem at all here for ZhanHun. Sziky pulled back momentarily, going back in the center with his Lurker Hydra. Now, I think the main thing here is you really need those Lurkers to be spread out so Psy Storms are not hitting multiple Lurkers at the same time. And once you have that, yeah, look at this. He's kind of pre-spread. Pre-spreads them all, burrows them. So he's got a lot of control of this area. You can't really attack up to here. There's some spines coming down. But, I mean, ZhanHun can walk around this as well. We'll see what his actual final decision will be. Will he go up and try to eliminate the army, or is he going to just kind of run around it? Now, his Corsairs are attempting to still be active out on the map, but looks like that is a bit wasteful, not getting that much done. And it looks like ZhanHun going to walk around this giant amount of Lurkers in the center of the map, which I definitely would say is the right choice here. Now, some Psy Storms go out. Not the greatest Psy Storms, but not terrible either. ZhanHun getting into position to maybe attack down into this 4th base location. I tell you what, if he goes, this is definitely going to explode. There's not that much here. The Lurkers unburrow, they come back. It looks like he might be going for a flank here even. Zealots as well as Dragoons getting on top of it. Now, a lot of the Zealots actually bled over into this big group of Hydra Lurker. ZhanHun maybe taking too long to hit this base. No longer is it clear that he's going to be able to just kill this off. Storm goes down. Another Storm on top of those Hydras. All right, very strong Storms overall, but look at this. The Lurkers come up as the Storms get mostly used. He actually does have Storms left, though. He's got 3 Storms here and 1 here. So, yeah, he can actually absolutely destroy all these Lurkers of Sziky. Did Sziky like, overcommitting here. Well, you know what? He's going to save the base, I think. His rally up is doing fantastically. He does have another storm, throws it down onto those hydras. I wish he would have gone for those drones. That would have been amazing. But at the end of the day, ZhanHun pushed back. He is taking his own 4th at a mineral base. Still macroing off. Oh, no, 9 gates now. He is running out of mineral patches here, so something important to note. Dragoon Zealot pushing back these hydras for now. Yeah, definitely can pick off that hatchery, so that's a very strong pickoff. You know, that's just some macro gone now for Sziky. And I mean, this is just like a small scuffle. This is not something that seems all that impactful right now. I do want to mention that the defiler mount has just finished up. Adrenal upgrade on the way, getting melee attack as well. So very strong things going down for Sziky. You know, getting into defilers, defilers are just amazing, right? Like, Dark Swarm is going to make Dragoons pretty much obsolete. And also, you know, it does well. Even against Archons, it's helpful, because that is a range attack, but they have Splash, so they are still useful for sure. But it does help against that. And then, of course, Plague, because Protoss base health never heals. There's no way to do it. So anything that you Plague becomes so much weaker. And since shields take full damage from everything, yeah, Plague is a pain in the butt as Protoss to play against. So I like Sziky's position here. Lots of lurkers, lots of hydras. He is going to start pouring out lings here as well, I think. You know, ling lurker is kind of like an ultimate composition. It's very, very tough to play against, especially, you know, with those defilers out there giving that extra support. But ZhanHun, he's macroing well. Like, he has a pretty solid economy as he takes this mineral base. A good amount of High Templars are out on the field as well. He is still up, like, what is this, 20-ish army supply? But don't forget, you know, Zerg units are more supply efficient, so when they start getting close in supply, it definitely becomes more Zerg favored. It's like an easy way to look at it. Like, honestly, look at this. This looks Sziky favored to me, right? Lings are half a supply, Hydras are 1 supply, Lurkers are 2 supply, right? Everything you see here is 2, except this is 4. It's like, okay, yeah, there's a lot of firepower in little supply here for Zerg. Now, ZhanHun getting ready to try to break up here. Double Storm goes down. Pretty decent storms overall, I would say. Oh, tries to make that Archon. Doesn't quite get it. Almost another storm on this High Templar anyways. A Defiler coming up. ZhanHun going to pull back towards the other side of the map. He is taking a 5th base location, which is very good to see. Definitely does need to get that up. Quite a few Defilers out here ready. Plague is almost done. Very important spell, as mentioned previously. Would love to see him pull one out and throw down Dark Swarm. I mean, yeah, there you go. There is that Dark Storm that we were waiting for. There is the Defiler that threw it down. And, of course, the Dragoons just have to pull back. This more heavily Dragoon-based army has a very hard time once Defilers come out. Now, ZhanHun backing up once again. Let's take a look if he's adding anything interesting here. So, continuing those upgrades, it's going to be 3-3 pretty soon here, which is awesome. Getting Observer Speed, okay, always a quality upgrade. Other than that, it's mostly Zealots and High Templars, which you can't really blame him for. But the thing I'm kind of keeping my eye on is, will we start to see, like, maybe a second Robo? Maybe some speed shuttles coming out? Maybe Reavers? Definitely useful stuff when the Zerg gets too high. And these Zealots come down, clear out those Lings very quickly. Should be able to force a cancel there very simply. Sziky moving up into the center. Does have a group over there as well. Throws down the Dark Swarms, and again, you can't really attack into that. Like, even if you have a lot of Zealots and they are melee and do full damage under Dark Swarm, I mean, once there's a certain amount of Lurkers, that just becomes gross. Okay, the first Plague of the game goes down. If the game goes long, we will be seeing many more of those, no doubt about it. And here we go. So, shuttle speed is on the way. Now, I believe it is just 1 Robo still. Yeah, there's the 1 Robo. Shuttle coming up. Not everyone goes Reavers late game. I feel like ZhanHun would be a guy who would do it, but I guess we'll wait and see on that. Either way, shuttle speed, very useful indeed to just get some harassment off, you know, throw some High Templars out there to try to kill off drones. And we'll see if he goes for that. Like, obviously he's going to do some harassment with it. Now, throws a storm down, a couple storms here on top of these lurkers, doing a pretty darn good job. Clears the center very quickly. Some Lings going for a bit of a counter. Can't get too much done. Lurkers coming up here as well. Throws down a Dark Storm, not that useful in this position. Ooh, nice dodge on those observers. Very nicely done. I thought for sure those would blow up. And ZhanHun just deals with it completely. Now, is Sziky in a place on 60 drones, right, on 5 bases, going into 6, where he can just throw armies away like that nonstop? I'm not entirely sure right now, but, I mean, eventually you get enough Zergling production where you can just start to rail through. But look at the upgrade differential. 3-3 going up against just 1-1 on those Lings. We do have +3 ranged attacks, so the Hydras and Lurkers definitely doing a much better job here, especially against Archons, which take full damage. Oh my god, insane, insane damage right there. Zealots trying to run in now. The Lurkers having an absolute field day. Man, that was a lot of Archons that ended up falling. Really painful to see. Taking a look down at this bottom left location, a bunch of cannons being thrown up as he sends some Zealots here to reinforce as well. But Sziky not going to stand for that. He does not want to let ZhanHun get another main base. That would be just so frightening to have to play against. Now ZhanHun coming down, flanking this army. I mean, it's only a small, like, percentage of the army that Sziky has, so it's definitely a good one to run down and pick off. But, of course, he lost the probe that was down here, couldn't get a Nexus going or anything like that, so we're still quite a ways off, I think, from seeing ZhanHun get his 6th base up. And, I mean, he's really going to have to decide a location and go for it. Oh, looks like we did get a little... This must have been a speed shuttle drop. There it is. A High Templar still left in there. Sorry, I missed that one, but it looks like... Based on the blood pattern, we definitely had a Psy Storm over the gas. So he did a little bit of damage to that, and the Zealots in the main base are super, super annoying to deal with, especially, again, with those fantastic upgrades. Now ZhanHun backing up from this very turtled position. Another beautiful play goes down. See that health juice being sucked out of these Dragoons. Forward now towards this natural and, well, it's technically a 4th base location here for Sziky. But, yeah, his army is not really equipped to fight this right now. Sziky has stayed so close in supply throughout this. Feels like every time we see ZhanHun about to actually get an attack off, his army is just a bit too small to really get anything done. These 2 Zealots are still alive. 8 kills, 7 kills. Absolutely crazy. Those upgrades, the amount of difference upgrades make, I mean, if you didn't already realize, just look at what these 2 Zealots have done in here. Like, you have to keep those upgrades going. Sziky does have 2-2 on the Lings now, so it's not nearly as bad as it was before. Oh my god, 6 health on the Spire. Are you kidding me? It's not nearly as bad as it was before, but still very, very Protoss favored as far as those upgrades go. He even does have that +1 plasma shields now. I don't think we're going to see beyond that. The plasma shield upgrades, I mean, they are so expensive, and they do help, but they are really so expensive. Okay, he does start another one. Like, that one's 300 for +2 plasma shields. And he doesn't, you know, we don't see any possible 6th base yet, so it does make me scared. Great storms going down. Those Lurkers too close to each other, being picked off immediately. But yeah, what I'm worried about here for ZhanHun, because, like, he's kept his supply very high. He's taken some very good fights. He's hitting good Psy Storms and all that. But look at Sziky. He's controlling the other 2 mains. He's not mining from them yet. We finally do have a hatchery finish in this top left. And if he can get that mining, that's huge. But he's preventing ZhanHun from it, which I think is a big, big deal. Like, the minerals will eventually run out. Now, some Dark Storms going down. The Archons and Zealots, along with some Psy Storms, trying to break through. I'd love to see a Psy Storm over here. Oh, so many drones do just walk through right there. Looks like the Lurkers will be picked off. Another nice Storm as more units are running up. And he is just going to run right through there and go after that hatchery. Go after these drones as well. Time to make some more Archons here. Also, the Lings not going to be enough. ZhanHun looks like he's going to go ahead and bust his hatchery very, very easily indeed. Some great Psy Storms go down. We do still have the Observer. I'm actually a little bit surprised he didn't just run down and try to kill those, but runs up into the main base instead. Now, obviously, this is an annoying army. You do want to kill this as Sziky. And you certainly can kill this as Sziky, although he is getting more and more Ling heavy in his army. Still does not have that 3/3 upgrade. He can get up here and kill it off. All right, here we go. Sziky going up, leading with the Lings, coming up with Defiler afterwards. See what this ZhanHun fighting force can get done here. And, I mean, Archon Zealot is pretty damn nice against Zerglings. So efficient right there. Not losing anything as of yet. Definitely a lot of shields gone, though. Sziky is going to finish this off. By the way, while Sziky's dealing with this, look at this. Nexus going up. He has Zealots down here, so maybe a second Nexus also. But that's exactly what you want to do. Like, he's making... This is why he ran by and he didn't commit to killing these two Lurkers, which he could have killed. But he's forcing Sziky to go deal with this. And it's taking a lot of attention from Sziky because you can't just attack move Lings in this, as we already saw. So ZhanHun buys as much time as humanly possible with this little Ocean's 11 force. And yeah, during this time, he's getting another base up, which is really what he does need. This is what we've been talking about. By the way, you saw those Archons having a hard time against Lurkers under Dark Storm here. Sziky attacking to the bottom left. Oh, man. I mean, when Cracklings get on cannons, it is gross. He's going to be able to pick a bunch of these off. Zealots and Dragoons coming down. We did have a Plague over here onto these Zealots, so they get cleaned up a little bit easier than the ones we saw before. Let's take a look. Oh, just running out of this base. This one's very healthy. This one's getting very low. Obviously, the natural and main are gone. So ZhanHun, like, needs another mining base ASAP. It is definitely very scary. A huge Plague here on his main army. Probes coming down and very simply runs up with these Lings as well as a Dark Swarm. Not much ZhanHun can do in this position. He's going to attack him with these Zealots, but yeah, the right click here on the Nexus, unless you have Psy Storm to stop this, or like possibly Reavers there already, there's not much you can do. Protoss buildings don't stand a chance against 3/3 Cracklings, which is exactly what we have going on. Look at this. 17 sets of Zerglings being created. That's 17 larvae. 34 more Lings going to be popping out here instantaneously. ZhanHun restarts the Nexus. Can he hold on, though? Can he actually get it up and mining? Ton of probes being sent down here, but that means he has to keep this corridor open as well, because they'll be going back and forth, back and forth. The Lurkers here may have something to say about that. Of course, the Defiler coming over, going to make it so the Dragoons and Archons having a much harder time as well. Oh, that's a beautiful storm right there. Oh my god, definitely needs another amazing storm. Is Sziky being too cost inefficient here? He is just running forward. He is going for broke. I think he's decided that this is the only thing that matters. Might be able to punch through. Another Psy Storm goes down. Looks like he actually misses what's left under there. All the Lurkers are very badly hurt. Everything left over here, in fact, is in pretty rough shape at this point. With the Defiler there as well, certainly a Dark Swarm should be going down. A lot of Lings coming in. He does have a Psy Storm or two. So very important. Throws one down there. Another Psy Storm onto those Lurkers. All right, gets that one. And that's it for Psy Storm. So this is going to go worse and worse and worse unless he sends more units. Probe's all sitting here waiting, but can't do anything. Oh, man. Just getting cleaned up. You really see the power of these Defilers in the late game. ZhanHun losing this Nexus once again. Out of minerals at this 12 o'clock base. He's mining from one base at this point. And not even that many probes. This is 11 probes on the mineral patches. Certainly should send a few more. Looks like a counterattack coming up, by the way. Yeah, Sziky, I mean, he's getting dry on some of these bases as well, isn't he? Yeah. So actually, maybe if ZhanHun can take this base out, there's still a chance. But you do see that difference now, right, with this supply, where Sziky has actually pulled ahead, and again, still more supply efficient. I guess luckily for ZhanHun at this point, he's basically going Zealot Archon Storm against someone who's basically going Zergling. So, you know, maybe the efficiency goes up and up and up from here. Now the countering force, or the flanking force rather, coming up towards this natural. I think the hatchery will not end up going down. Another Psy Storm thrown out. Does have a lot more Psy Storms here. Ah, the Archon, let's see what it can get done. All right, throws down a nice storm right there. Oh, can he get one more? Yes, he can. We'll end up killing everything over at this base except the base itself. So now we got to do a mineral check. Empty, empty, empty. Healthy. We're calling it empty because he's not mining from it. Let's look at ZhanHun. Empty, 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 empty. He's got about a third left at this base. ZhanHun needs another Nexus, and he needs it now. Both of their supplies have really plummeted here. This is a crazy game, dude. We're over 30 minutes right now. ZhanHun versus Sziky. My God, what a game. All right, gonna throw a Plague down there onto those Zealots. Very nicely aimed. The Zergling's not taking any hits. Probably, ooh, eating those Psy Storms hard right there. Probably does want to pull back to the Lurker. Very, very important to get that extra splash damage done. Couple Lurkers split up here. What else does Sziky have? Oh, he's just morphing a few Hydras. That means he does want to get some more Lurkers. Not a big surprise there. Look, there's just a few units around the map. Not very much at all. ZhanHun, it's like he's still making units, so it seems like he's going for a kill as opposed to an expansion, which maybe that's the right choice. If you try to take that expansion and it gets canceled, the game is basically over. Right? Because you're not putting any pressure on your opponent, you're not getting any additional resources, and he's going to basically be out of minerals at that point. So ZhanHun runs into the center. I mean, this is a pretty scary army. Good amount of Zealots and Archons. Some High Templars trailing as well. Looks like he's going to clear bottom left. Alright. I mean, the storms were good. But I think Zeke's happy with that. You go to 2 High Templars for some Lings, then that's always going to be nice for you. Alright, so he's going to clear this area, which means he's going to be making Nexuses, at least one. Still healthier economy here for Sziky. Look at the defiler count. It's pretty absurd. Alright, here comes the Nexus. ZhanHun with just about nothing left over. I feel like I wouldn't even leave this area. If Sziky gets in with Lings, man, that has to be it. I mean, this game has slowed to a crawl at this point. A few more Scourge being added in. Wonder what the Scourge are for exactly. Maybe he wants to pick off some Observers, try to burrow a Lurker, get that type of advantage. But a couple cannons going down for ZhanHun. Almost surprised about the cannons as well. I mean, it's such a tough situation. They're both so low right now. Looks like we did have another Psystorm drop, but it didn't really do damage. You can see that the drone... Well, I think it got... Well, it looks like he actually sent most of them up here. But the drones seem to be doing pretty healthily compared to what they were at before. So Sziky got a real economy going right now. Whereas ZhanHun is looking to go from a 1-base economy to a 1-base economy instead of from a 1 to a 0. All right, a Plague goes down, softening up those Zealots for the future. Yeah, this, honestly, at this point, this is a Sziky win. Let's see. Let's see. Ah, he's so quick. Oh, nice Nice dodging there from ZhanHun. Was not expecting. Throws a side storm down, damages 2 lings. Okay. Yeah, kills that off immediately. The speed shuttle will get out of there. And ZhanHun finally is mining from a healthy new base. Now, where can he go from here to actually win the game? Because really, really, really looking at this position, like Sziky is so well turtled here. And, I mean, even though he's not super well turtled up here, it's just, he has enough intel of anything coming in like we just saw. So it doesn't feel like you're going to do any damage to his economy anymore. Which means that ZhanHun needs to, you know, start really producing again, because he's way down in supply. Ooh, a plague on those cannons. Goes down the Dark Storm here. The Lurkers dealing huge amounts of splash damage. Just one Dark Storm is going to do wonders. Solid Archon cleaning up a few lings as they come down. Okay, you know what? I actually thought that Sziky was going to be able to get this. I thought we were going to see like a Dark Storm and running with lings. Obviously, there's a good amount of Side Storm, so maybe he loses all those lings. But if any live through it and kill the Nexus, it's pretty gigantic. Now, Sziky going up once again, just going to get on top of everything. Another play goes down. Bros some Lurkers. ZhanHun has to pull back 1 health. Archon, oh my god. It's a lot of resources for a unit with 1 health. All right, Sziky getting ready to perhaps try to push in once again. I actually can't believe now that we are at 36 minutes. This is absolutely wild. ZhanHun just refusing to die this game. All right, throws a storm down, throws another one. Loses that, unfortunately. 5 health, 2 health, 2 health. Very painful stuff. All right, let's see if the storms can actually grind this a bit. Throws a Dark Storm down. Yeah, this is such a smart move. If you throw a Dark Storm down, you send in like 1 unit. They have to use, in this case, you have to use a spell on it, because otherwise they'll kill everything under the Dark Storm. Would love to see that. Just run 1 ling up, literally. Attack the cannon. Alright, once again, under the Dark Storm here. Zealots and Archons killing off lings. Plenty of Side Storms mixed in as well. All right, I mean, the storms are coming up big. Like, the amount of gas that ZhanHun has put into this army at this point. Look at this. It's 5 Archons, which is like 10 High Templars, plus another 4. It's a bunch of High Templars defending over here. Another Nexus coming up. Oh, my God. Like, we went from mining out bottom right and top left, and now we are getting every base basically taken. Not the center and not the 2, like, kind of in-between mineral bases. Although this one looks like... Nah, that's a scouting probe. That would be shocking if you try to throw a Nexus down there. Now another speed shuttle drop coming towards that top right. No? Oh, okay. Does get that off. Ooh, one more. Can we get it? Oh, my God. Absolutely insane storm there. Kills a lot of drones overall. Sziky falling down to 35 workers. ZhanHun's still defending up here. Another Dark Storm goes down. ZhanHun trying to pull back. He's using multiple Archons there, unfortunately. Another Plague. Plague just makes Archons look cool at this point. It's like a skin that you can get. It's like damaged Archon. The Ling's coming up. Ooh, going after this High Templar. Can they actually get it? ZhanHun with a crazy dancing here ends up saving. There's another storm down there. The cost efficiency of ZhanHun at this point is really, really impressive. He has another Nexus up. By the way, Sziky out of this base. Yeah. I mean, he's got these mineral patches and these ones. So he's on 2 base. And very shortly here, we'll have ZhanHun on 2 base because he's just got to send probes down. And then all that's left are these mineral spots, which are not that likely to be taken since they are in the middle of everything and like down a hill and they don't have gas. So there's like a lot of things working against them being valuable or easy to take. Okay, here we go. Dark Storm goes down. All right, decent storm right there for sure. Yeah, and he's holding quite well. The Archons and Zealots lure the Lings out of the Dark Storm there. Massacre them as they walk out. More lurkers coming, though. This can be a problem. Ooh, that one barely misses. Another plague goes down on these cannons. I tell you what, burning cannons, a bunch of burning cannons together brings me back to my VGH days for sure. All right, the lurkers continue to walk in, continue to get Psystorm. Look at that, the two clumped up ones kills them both off right there, but more and more Lings are coming in now. Dude, we are over 40 minutes, and it looks like Sziky, like, is he going to be able to actually break this? He's on the Nexus, and Crackling's kill building so quickly, like, you basically can't save this. So this Nexus is going to end up going down, I think. Oh, no, he storms the only ones that are attacking it. Another Dark Storm goes down. Okay, well, I guess he does end up saving it here. More Lings coming in, trying to pick off some of these High Templars. ZhanHun definitely needs to hold on against this. Plague goes down. The Zealots eat it, as well as some of the Zerglings, as if that matters very much. All right, more Psystorms going down as High Templars rally. Oh my god. What a crazy defense here so far. Sziky just barely unable to kill this off. More Lings coming. So many Lings actually being produced. 30 to 40 Lings at a time. Oh god, he gets a surround here on the Archons. It looks like this entire army will end up dying. Almost nothing left here. Uh-oh. ZhanHun, can he get here in time to save anything? Well, that's a pretty solid Psystorm, so yeah, you know what? He can. All right, more storms going down the lurkers. This is crazy. I can't believe this Nexus is still up. Oh, no. A non-attack move, just a move command there, really hurting him. Luckily, these cannons will save this one, but more and more Lings come in. Okay, this has to be it. The probes come out to try to help fight. Obviously, not going to be enough. I think Sziky has finally taken this epic blockbuster of a game. Just craziness. Look at this, 42 minutes long. Kills the Nexus. All the probes going to die down here. And GG is called. Sziky wins game 1.